That's okay, bud. Buckets are useful here.
Hey, welcome back to ScreenCrush. I'm Brian McLarty, and let's grab a bucket because we are about to take a deep dive into all the Easter eggs, references, and little things you might have missed in the Minecraft movie.
Hey, you look pretty dapper, person.
Thank you, Doug. Now, Napoleon Dynamite director Jared Hess was very intentional about naming the film a Minecraft movie instead of the Minecraft movie, because the story takes its creative liberties occasionally. It borrows from more than just the bedrock editions of Minecraft, but also other games like Minecraft Dungeons and Legends as well. We open with a square frame expanding outwards, just like the animation we see in the games when loading in a new world. And this is where we meet young Steve and his yearning for the mines.
As a child, I yearned for the mines.
Now, when he grows up, he finds the Orb of Dominance in the mine and tumbles into the overworld. When he arrives, we hear the iconic Minecraft music, specifically Calm 1 by Daniel Rosenfeld.
Anything you can imagine is possible.
Person, that is a cube and not an orb, I believe.
Yeah, I know, Doug, but everything in the world of Minecraft is cubed. The Orb of Dominance isn't an item from the base game, but rather from Minecraft Dungeons. In the dungeons, the orb is a sentient object that can reshape reality and actually ends up being the final boss. However, in Minecraft Dungeons, the orb is red while the one here is blue, which closely resembles the beacon from the base Minecraft games. Now, in Minecraft, a beacon is a unique block crafted from a nether star, obsidian, and glass. When created, it forms a tower of light above it, a lot like the one we see in the final battle. So it looks like the ideas behind the Orb of Dominance and the beacon were combined to create this new MacGuffin. Steve then walks us through the typical story of a first-time player falling in love with the game. He starts mining resources, creating various houses out of random material, and trying to survive the night in his mushroom house. He also starts to understand some of the more advanced mechanics of the Minecraft world, like giving a wolf to a bone to turn them into a tame dog.
Man, that is so unrealistic. You think a majestic creature like myself could ever be tamed by a
Here you go.
Oh yeah, I understand now. Please continue. Hey, how come you're all dressed up?
Oh, you mean my suit skin?
You got two skins? Are you a snake person?
You know, it's like Minecraft. There's different skins. You know, there's classic, shark skin, and Minecraft skin. I mean, check this out. I'm actually wearing a Minecraft tie, a Minecraft pin, Minecraft cufflinks, and Minecraft dress socks. Now, I got all of these from cufflinks.com, the sponsor of this video. Cufflinks.com is one of my all-time favorite sponsors for the channel. This site is amazing. They have officially licensed merch from Minecraft, Star Wars, Marvel, DC Comics, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Star Trek, and all your favorite sports ball teams. They are the perfect place to shop for people that are hard to shop for. Like, look, even the pocket square I'm wearing right now is a reproduction of Cap's shield that we saw in Iron Man 2. I just love how creative their designs are. Like, sometimes they hide their characters, like how this tie hides Spider-Man, and this one has very tiny Mandalorian mythosaur skulls. Plus, I have an array of Minecraft pins and a wide variety of Minecraft socks to choose from.
Oh, I'm gonna chew on that sock.
Here you go.
Yippee!
So Cufflinks.com has a special discount for ScreenCrush fans. If you use the code ScreenCrush20, you get 20% off site-wide. This is a huge discount that you can get through my link or by using the code ScreenCrush20. Now back to Minecraft. After some quality bonding time with Dennis, they stumble upon the ruins of a Nether portal using the flint and steel to activate it. So this takes us to the Nether, which is essentially Minecraft hell. It's a world only accessible by portals, and it seems to be the remains of an overexploited world. Just like in the game, it is filled with piglins, mutated pig hybrids who live in the Nether and have an obsession with gold. We also get introduced to our main villain, Malgosia. This piglin witch is a new creation for the movie, but she seems to take influence from a Minecraft Dungeons character, the Seer. In Dungeons, the Seer is an elderly piglin witch who uses the Orb of Dominance to call upon the Great Hog, which is exactly what we see play out later on. After Dennis the dog pulls a reverse John Wick and brings the orb to the overworld,
yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
We're introduced to our key players, who all seem like tongue-in-cheek stereotypes of your typical Minecrafter. You've got the garbage man Garrett, who is your typical PvP tryhard type who walks into Minecraft thinking it's an easy kids game. He's the gaming world champion of 1989, the exact year that Nintendo officially held its first national competition, the Nintendo Challenge Championship in Canada, which eventually led to the creation of the World Championship. Even the font outside his shop matches the font from the logo of the 1990 Nintendo World Championship. Specifically, he's the champion of a game called Hunk City Rampage, which is based on classic beat-em-up games like Final Fight and Streets of Rage. His shop is full of every little gaming controller Easter egg that you can think of, from obscure headsets to the infamous Nintendo Power Glove, which honestly should solve his rent problem. Those things go for like $1,500 and higher on eBay.
Money, money, money.
Then we meet the two kids, Hank and Emma. So Hank is the creative, hardcore Minecraft modder type. The director even said so explicitly in BTS interviews. He's the inventive, creative player who really makes Minecraft what it is. This is why he's able to create things that don't typically exist in Minecraft, like his tot launcher. Emma, on the other hand, is more of a new player, like many parents who play the game as a way of bonding with their kids. Then we meet Dawn, a woman with many side hustles, including a petting zoo. She is emblematic of the mob tamer / farmer type character who turns this brutal survival adventure game into a fun Animal Crossing-like game, or even content creators playing mini games in their own ecosystems within their seed. After our introductions, Garrett is led to find the orb in a storage unit, but the bigger find is in the people he outbid waiting outside, because every one of them is a major Minecraft YouTuber. This is where we see Offmao, LD Shadow Lady, Mambo Jumbo, and Dan TDM, all Minecraft YouTubers and pillars of the Minecraft community for more than a decade. It's not a major surprise though, as the cameos were heavily teased on all their socials. After being pulled into the overworld through the orb, Dawn hands Hank back to the Tesseract, telling him he has Frodo vibes, which obviously is a reference to your mom. Now, as the square sun goes down, the crew goes through the rite of passage for every new Minecraft player, surviving the first night. They are attacked by a variety of mobs, including zombies, skeletons, and even spider jockeys, until Hank starts to punch some trees and starts crafting. At one point, Garrett falls down a hole and discovers an unfinished mine, digging into it to escape from skeletons. Now, above him, we can actually see a stash of diamonds, which makes the whole scene feel like that one meme. After Steve shows up and teaches the gang the fundamentals, they make a plan and head to Midport Village for supplies and tons of Easter eggs. As they enter the village, they pass by a pig with a crown on its head, whom Steve refers to as a legend. This deep cut references Technoblade, an iconic creator in the MC community whose in-game skin and channel logo is a crowned Minecraft pig. Now, he tragically died in June of 2022, so this was a touching tribute to an absolute legend in the community. Midport Village is full of various villagers, including leatherworkers, farmers, fletchers, wandering traders, and even some villagers with different biomes, like this ice biome villager here. We also see everything you'd expect to see in your typical Minecraft village, from farm animals like llamas, chickens, and cows, to iron golems and your typical cube-shaped produce as well. But Steve also has made an impact on the village. You can see a giant custom-built shrine to Dennis in the background here. He's also got his famous lava chicken, which uses 2 redstone-controlled pistons to drop a lava cube into the chicken, cooking it. Now, as crazy as it looks, this is a pretty common build that many players use to automate farming of chickens. After we get Peaches 2.0 with Steve's lava chicken, Steve takes Hank and Garrett to Steve's secret stash. The props department went crazy here, as we see when we head into Steve's secret stash. Everything from the paintings to the lectern are a one-to-one real-life recreation of familiar Minecraft items. He points out some of them like
TNT, firework rockets, also good for propulsion. Boots of swiftness, diamond armor, full set. And blades for days.
There are also a few other iconic items seen here. We see a glistening metal slice, as well as golden carrots, both high-quality healing items. There's also leather and a turtle shell helmet, which is a typical type of helmet that grants limited water-breathing abilities. We've got potions, including a potion of healing, a fire resistance potion, and likely a potion of swiftness. There are also some lava blocks, a golden apple, and finally a jack-o'-lantern, which would have been helpful during Hank's encounter with the Enderman, since wearing one allows you to make eye contact without setting them off. We see some of the rarer treasures when Garrett opens up Steve's ender chest, a special type of chest whose contents are exclusive to the player and can be accessed from anywhere in the world. While he grabs the ender pearl, we also see alongside it the totem of undying, a rare item that allows you to survive death while holding it, and those beautiful cufflinks.
Wait, they have cufflinks in Minecraft?
Well, apparently Steve does, and the fact that he keeps them in his ender chest means that he knows their value. Now, while the boys are crafting supplies, Dawn and Emma try to ask the cartographers for a map to the Woodland mansion, but they just look at her confused and never really help.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird.
Well, Doug, as we established in the post-credit scene, the villagers have their own language of grunts, so they were probably asking them for emeralds, which serve as their currency. They were interrupted by alarm bells signaling an incoming raid. Now, these are usually triggered by a villager's raid, but here it's a piglin raid from the Nether. Normally, piglins and other creatures can't survive in the overworld without turning into zombies. Despite major uproar after the trailer's release that the creators didn't understand basic Minecraft lore to know this, it turns out that the piglins could consume nether wart to prevent zombification in the overworld all along.
Ew, they eat warts?
No, nether wart is a type of fungus that grows in the south sands of the Nether, and it's a vital ingredient since it's the basis for all potion making in the game. While piglin zombification immunity via nether wart isn't a part of the base game, it is how developers explain their ability to invade the overworld in Minecraft Legends, so it actually does have some foundation in the game's lore. The same used to be true for the ghast, the big flying white squid-like things that we see the piglins riding on. However, a recent update has allowed you to turn ghast into happy ghast by rehydrating them in the overworld. In doing so, they become a rideable mob, but they lose their ability to cast fireballs. Given that piglins use the gas fireballs in combat, it seems the piglins keep them in this tortured state to weaponize them. We even see a piglin beating a war drum on the front of the ghast, which feels like a nod to the Rocking Raiders and Mad Max. In the chaos, Steve, Garrett, and Hank split from the girls, and they escape by jumping off a cliff using Steve's elytras. And the fact that Steve has not one but two of these elytras has some big implications. The elytras are only found in one place, the end. This area is essentially the end of Minecraft. For most players, reaching the end and defeating the Ender Dragon is what's typically understood as beating Minecraft. So having these means that Steve has beaten the game, or at least comes close. Usually, elytras only allow you to glide based on your momentum, unless you have a firecracker equipped, which is precisely what Hank discovers toward the end of the chase. As they come hurtling toward the ground, Steve saves everyone with a classic water bucket clutch.
A bucket what?
A bucket clutch. See, in Minecraft, you can break a fall from any height by throwing a bucket of water on your feet as you land. The timing can be tricky, which is why Minecraft YouTubers have incorporated the mechanic in various minigames and contests. After dusting themselves off, they take a detour through the mines, and we hear the iconic cave sound from the game as they enter. They trigger some redstone-powered booby traps Steve left behind, including one that looks like the traditional arrow trap, but equipped with a cactus instead, which was actually an idea from Mambo Jumbo himself.
This was something that I actually worked on with Jared, cactuses being launched.
As they progress through the mines, we can see various blocks with key Minecraft minerals, including a whole lot of redstone.
Yeah, you keep saying redstone like we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, fair point. So redstone is a red powder-like material used to power mechanical devices in the Minecraft world, something we saw earlier with Steve's lava chicken. It's mined naturally, as we see from the glowing red blocks in the cave, and when placed in a circuit, they can be used to activate pistons or minecarts, as we see later. After the piglins crash their looting sesh, they flee in redstone-powered minecarts, but they run out of redstone and land in the middle of a creeper farm. Steve completely forgot this is where his creeper farm was because he forgot to put the sign up, since we see it in the background of his secret stash.
Well, wait, why would anybody want to farm creepers? Don't those things explode?
Well, Doug, not only are they Minecraft's most iconic mob, but their explosive qualities make for an excellent booby trap, not to mention that they drop gunpowder and mysterious music discs when killed by a skeleton. So creeper farms are pretty standard in the game. As the boys escape in the explosion, we cut back to Vice Principal Marlene, played by Jennifer Coolidge, having dinner with the villagers she hit with her car. The food that they're not actually eating looks like the ideal meal for a villager, with a single potato and a whole carrot. The waiter asks,
"Are you finished?"
No, I think he's Swedish.
which is not only a clever pun, but also a reference to Minecraft's Swedish creator, Notch. Back in the Nether, the piglins are preparing for an invasion. We see some of them in a dance-off competition, and the song playing is Pig Step, the iconic song found on the music disc exclusive to the Nether. And this is where we are introduced to the Grand Hog. Now, while the mainline game has piglin brutes, there is no such thing as the Grand Hog. However, there is in Minecraft Legends. The Grand Hog is the leader of the piglin invasion, but in the movie, he takes a backseat to the piglin Malusaha. As our attention turns back to the boys, they finally arrive at the Woodland mansion just at the edge of the dark forest.
Now wait, why is there a mansion in the middle of the woods?
Well, Doug, Woodland mansions are actually one of the more lore-heavy aspects of the Minecraft world. This is the home of the Illagers.
But I thought they lived in the villages.
No, Illagers, not villagers. There's a difference. Illagers are essentially evil Viking villagers who raid other villages. These are the ones who typically trigger the alarm bells we heard earlier. Their mansions are full of loot from their raids, making them a valuable target for players to sneak in and steal. That said, if you're caught, all the hostile mobs in the mansion come after you, and we see that common experience brought to life here. Hank sneaks into the top level to get straight to the loot, while Steve and Garrett try to distract the Illagers with a saxophone performance, a nod to Jack Black's famous saxoboom solos that he's known for breaking out from time to time. After Illagers find the sax solo is less than satisfactory, Garrett is forced into the ring with a chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey!
They make jerky out of chicken?
Jockey, not jerky. It's precisely what it looks like, though, a baby zombie riding a chicken. Now, they're a rare spawn and certainly a fan favorite, but they should not be taken lightly. They're an aggressive mob and hard to take down, which is why Steve has to pull the eagle dive from the top ropes straight out of another Jared Hess film, Nacho Libre. So while Hank is rummaging through the loot room, we see him stumble upon various rare items before locking eyes with the Enderman, sending it into a frenzy.
Are they like, what, self-conscious or something?
Well, like a lot of things in Minecraft, no one really knows, but they are based on the infamous internet creepypasta Slenderman, hence the name. Slenderman was known for becoming angry when observed, so the Enderman borrowed that trait. When locking eyes with the Enderman, Hank has a vision where he sees a possessed version of his friends. Everyone's eyes here are glowing purple except for Steve, whose are glowing white, which is a deep cut to one of the most famous Minecraft legends, Herobrine.
Or what's a Herobrine?
Well, he's an internet legend and the most infamous Minecraft creepypasta with countless viral videos. He looks just like Steve, except he has white, soulless eyes. It's undoubtedly a small cameo that should make a lot of longtime Minecraft YouTubers very happy. Now, after the crew manages to escape the Woodland mansion, they get ambushed yet again by the piglins. Of course, this is where Garrett makes his heroic martyr moment, seemingly dying in an explosion. Dawn and Emma swoop in at the last moment and take Hank and Steve back to Steve's mushroom house that we saw in the film's opening. After catching up, they start preparing for the final battle. We see Steve and Emma running through a field creating iron golems by stacking a jack-o'-lantern on top of 3 oddly stacked blocks, just as you would in-game.
Let's do this.
However, on the last golem, he adds the boots of swiftness, creating a new custom mega golem. This can lead the charge and take on even bigger brutes like the Great Hog. We then see the piglin witch use the orb of dominance as a beacon, and doing so causes the Great Darkening, creating black skies, allowing the entire piglin army to invade without fear of zombification.
All they have created, we destroy!
During the fight, we see the team pull off their best PvE skills, even throwing eggs when necessary, which occasionally hatched into chickens, just as they do when you throw them in-game. Now, of course, in the end, through a combination of Hank's modded launcher, some Ender Pearl Golf, and Garrett's clutch last-minute save, they were able to retrieve the Orb of Dominance, bring back the sunshine, and turn the piglin army into zombies. Now, with the piglins defeated, the crew, including Steve, return to the real world. Garrett and Jack end up creating their own game called Block City BattleBots, which is a play off Block City Wars, a block-based shooter game with a very similar aesthetic, or even possibly a reference to the Block City series by Minecraft YouTuber Rage Elixir. After our sweet School of Rock style finish, we're given a mid and post-credit scene. Now, the mid-credit scene features Matt Berry as the voice of the villager, who reveals the villagers have their own language and can learn to talk like us. Then we get our real post-credit scene where Steve goes back to his old house, and although we don't see her face, we learn that the new tenant's name is Alex.
Okay, so why is that important?
Well, next to Steve, Alex is the most iconic character in Minecraft. Now, like Steve, little is actually known about her, so seeing the two flesh out these characters in a sequel could be entertaining.
Wait, does that mean that there's going to be a Minecraft 2?
Well, it's not confirmed yet, but obviously the post-credit scene is definitely fishing for one. Now, there are undoubtedly plenty of avenues a sequel could explore. We didn't even see some of Minecraft's most gorgeous biomes, like the cherry blossoms, or recent mob additions like the sniffer or the creaking. There's also the deep dark, the end, the wither, and all the other dark mysteries of Minecraft that could provide endless options for antagonists. Now, like the game itself, the narrative possibilities are endless, so hopefully this won't be our last time in this sandbox. And guys, just a reminder, click my link below and use the code ScreenCrush20 to get 20% off your purchase site-wide at cufflinks.com. Well guys, that's all the Easter eggs that we found in a Minecraft movie, but what did you guys think about the famous block game's on-screen debut? Did you get enough Jack Black? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments or at me on Twitter at Ryan Airy, and big shout out to Dodsides who wrote this video. His social links are below. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe and smash that bell for alerts. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy.